Back to our top story, the Ateneo Blue Eagles sending the UAP Men's Basketball Final Series against the UP Fighting Maroons to a crucial do-or-die Game 3 winner-take-all. Now let's go all out on that story with Ateneo head coach, the one and only Maestro, Tab Baldwin. Hi, Coach. Good morning. Thank you. Finally, after, I think you're on mute. Coach Tab, I think you're on mute, mate. There you go.
No?
Yes.
Okay.
I can hear you now.
Good.
You know, after months and months of me trying to get you on the show again, it paid off. Why? For the record, I carried Coach Tab Baldwin's backpack last night and his extra shirt, and it worked. Right, Coach?
Exactly. I felt like I was handcuffed, but happy to be here. Good to see you again,
Good to
Andre.
see you. You look good, mate. You look good. Congratulations on the big win yesterday. Class act, I told you this, class act on your part before you started with the presser. You wished nothing serious would save Lucero, and you said, I hope save Lucero is okay. I told you that. Not all coaches will say that before a presser, and you did. And class act, props to you. Congratulations. Your initial thoughts on Game 2, Coach? Big win for Ateneo.
Yeah, you know, those winner-go-home games are always tough, and, you know, almost always you're going to see the team that's in that scenario, as we were last night, play with a sense of desperation. And I thought we did, which oftentimes means you see a tremendous output of energy, but not necessarily a lot of accuracy. And I think that was true of us last night, and we managed to get away with not playing our best basketball, but maybe the hardest we've played all year long.
Well, we were looking at the numbers earlier. I was flashing the numbers. It was pretty much even with the assists. Both teams dished out 13 assists, 44 rebounds for both teams. I was actually surprised with those numbers, very identical. But you had here it is. But yesterday, you were commending the defense. Was there conscious effort on your part? Because to remind the boys, to tell them, we got to play better defense, and you did. Your defense in Game 2 was stellar, Coach Tab.
Well, you know, we try to talk about that as our identity. We want to be a good defensive team. Our numbers throughout the season were pretty solid as a defensive team. And yet, you know, I think one of the things that we've talked about a lot coming into and internally coming into, you know, the finals was, you know, what is our true identity? Mm-hmm. Have we really lived up to the legacy that previous teams have created? And that includes a defensive identity. And I think, you know, the answer to that is not always. And if you want to be identified as something, you have to do it consistently. And certainly if we want to win the championship, we have to come back and play the next game with the same level of defensive intensity.
Correct. Well, about Game 2, Ange and the Fort Ski played their usual game. We know what Ange can bring. He dominated on both ends. Fourth Ski Padrigao also doing Padrigao things, really so mature out there. But how about Kai Balungay? You know, it seems like he can be that guy. He just has to be consistent. And Kai was the third guy. Let's take a look at his numbers. Basically a non-factor in Game 1, if we compare. And then here he is in Game 2, 7 of 10 from the field, 5 boards, a steal, a block, all in 19 minutes. And he made really a big impact here. How is Kai handling the pressure? Obviously, it is his first time here in this big stage in the UAP Finals. But was there also a conversation that happened in between Game 1 and 2 between you and Kai?
No, nothing special. You know, normal conversations that we try to have with all the players, you know, just to get them focused on doing the job, not the big picture of the occasion. And there's no real, I think, mystery to why he put up a better game. I just think he played a better game. And he certainly had a determination to do that. I know that he feel good about his first game, but, you know, the story with Kai is that he is still relatively inexperienced in the UAAP way, and certainly in the finals series. But, you know, his response last night was welcome. And He's a very talented player. We don't expect anything less. But as he grows and gets more and more experience, he's going to put up more games like this.
Well, Coach, Game 3 is not just it won't be all about the players. It's also about the coaches and two brilliant minds in you and Coach Gold. What is it about you and Coach Gold that's really what is the most challenging part of coaching against a brilliant basketball mind as well in Baldwin Monteverde?
Well, I think he's a very good tactician, and he's working with obviously a very, very talented squad. Right now, I would say that probably the most difficult thing coaching against Coach Baldwin is that, he has such deep familiarity with these players because they've come with him many of them from his high school program. And he's able to make adjustments. He's able to communicate so clearly things that he wants them to do. And it might not be things that they have spent a lot of time practicing. Mm-hmm. And I think for us, that's one of our challenges is making adjustments smoothly because we have so many players that, people think, oh, you've had a whole season. That must be, easy for you as well. But that's not the case. You're taking a team that we have that probably has maybe 30 games, maybe a little bit more under its belt. And he's dealing with a group of players, the majority of which he's probably had 100 games with. Yep. And that's a huge advantage. It allows you to do more as a coach.
Yeah.
So it's more like you have to deal with the full breadth of Coach Baldwin's abilities, and they are prohibitive. So, that's the big challenge is he's able to work with his team, I think, in a much more in-depth fashion. And we will get that over time. But, this group of players is still a lot of new players.
Well, Coach, we're running out of time. We don't have any more time. But what do you want to tell the Ateneo community? Do or die Game 3 Monday, and the importance of this game, of course, I'm sure, because you brought in your former players. This is very important for you and your current players as well, that you want to bring the title back to Ateneo. Go ahead. What do you want to tell the Ateneo community?
Like they have responded, be there, because, their game within a game is against a phenomenal UP crowd, very loud, very passionate. And we know that the Blue Eagle crowd has been there, always and forever. But, now you're up against it. And we need that. We need that support. We need to see them there. We need to feel them there. And we know that they will be there. And from all around the world, pray for us. Pray for, all of the players in both teams that they put out a good performance and stay healthy.
Well, Coach, thank you again, mate, for your time. I'll see you. I'll see you over the weekend or probably on Monday. Thank you. And I still owe you. You know that, right? And you owe me as well. Thank you for being true to your word today. That was Ateneo Blue Eagles head coach, the one and only Coach Tab Baldwin.